Breaking news hot off the press.
We got our best indication yet that Caitlin Clark is on her way back toward a return for the Indiana Fever.
Caitlin Clark is participating in shoot-around this morning, going through warm-ups, and then some non-contact drills with the second team.
Stephanie White saying she hopes that Clark would return to the lineup before the regular season. First and best sign that we've gotten that Caitlin Clark is indeed.
Caitlin Clark is back on the court, and Fever fans are fired up. After weeks sidelined, she's finally taking part in team warm-ups. Drop a 100% for Caitlin in the comments if you're ready for her return. After nearly a month away, Caitlin Clark has finally been spotted back on the court.
Caitlin Clark has been missing in action for about a month now. Now, she did join the team on this trip here. They kind of released this yesterday on their X account, showing them boarding a plane, and their CC is right there. You know, it's unclear if she's going to play. You know what I'm saying? I do want to say that I don't want to start making theories that she's going to play, but she is there in Minnesota.
And this is the biggest sign yet, that her return is around the corner. During the Fever's trip to Minnesota, cameras caught Clark suiting up with the team and going through shoot-arounds.
Caitlin Clark has returned to practice a little bit.
We got our best indication yet that Caitlin Clark is on her way back toward a return for the Indiana Fever. That's because she was seen participating in shoot-around before the Minnesota Lynx game.
She was moving with her teammates, getting shots up, and even working through non-contact drills.
Video captured by Chloe Peterson at shoot-around. You can see Caitlin doing some work right there, just, warm-up work, back and forth on the court, but nonetheless on a basketball court.
Now, let's be clear. This doesn't mean she's officially back in full practice yet, but it's the first real basketball activity we've seen since her injury.
From Chloe Peterson, that was released about 20 minutes ago. She stated Caitlin Clark is participating in shoot-around this morning, going through warm-ups, and then some non-contact drills with the second team. She has not officially returned to practice, I'm told, but this is our first time working with the team since her injury. So this is it right here, guys.
She's still out for that game, and she hasn't returned to full practice yet, but she is back on the court with her teammates.
Even head coach Stephanie White admitted Clark's progress had slowed because of the ankle setback.
Coach Stephanie White says she felt something during pregame warm-ups.
But this week, that progress picked up again.
Stephanie White saying she hopes that Clark would return to the lineup before the regular season is out, and that when you see her participating in practice, you will know she's on the way back.
And that's why this moment is so important. It shows she's past the worst of it.
Stephanie White even said certainly her progress slowed a little bit due to the ankle injury. But progress has just picked up, and that is as positive news that the Fever have gotten in a long, long time.
And the Fever finally have their star guard taking meaningful steps toward rejoining the lineup.
Handling the ball, working with her teammates. I mean, that's an important sign there, to see her working with her teammates, being reintegrated with the teammates.
Fans have been waiting for weeks, and now they can breathe a little easier. Caitlin Clark's return is no longer just talk. It's real, and it's happening.
First and best sign that we've gotten that Caitlin Clark is indeed working her way to a return and will indeed be back in the lineup. What was that? And that, it's got to put a smile on anybody's face, given how long she's been out.
As exciting as Caitlin Clark's return update is, the reality is that the Indiana Fever are still drowning in injuries. Their roster right now looks less like a playoff team and more like a hospital ward. In fact, one reporter compared the Fever's injury report to a Star Wars scroll. It just keeps going and going.
Fever injury list, it's just wild to see. It's like the Star Wars scroll at the end of one of those movies. It's just a endless list of players who have been out.
Sophie Cunningham went down with an MCL tear. Chloe Beebe has missed multiple games with a knee injury.
Cunningham suffered an MCL tear. And no, yeah, we know Sophie Cunning. Oh, Bibby, here we go, Bibby. Indiana is technically eligible for a fourth hardship waiver too, as Chloe Bibby has now missed 2 games with the left knee injury, so that means she might not play today.
Sydney Colson, Ari McDonald, and others remain out. Even Odyssey Sims, who has been a lifeline for the Fever, has had to sign repeated 7-day hardship contracts.
Odyssey Sims, probable. So she had the injury. By the way, she signed another contract, so Odyssey Sims will stay with the team. She can not sign another 7-day hardship contract, so a decision will be made on her within a week. It also depends who's still out, who's back, and all those things, because, Shea Petty was brought in as well. Chloe Bibby is still out. Caitlin Clark obviously still out, and we know Sydney Colson, Sophie Cunningham, and Ari McDonald will remain out.
Just to stay active,
Odyssey Tam has officially signed her third 7-day contract with the Fever per the transition. It was essential given the
while the team battles through these setbacks. This isn't just about 1 or 2 players. It's a full-blown crisis. The Fever have been scrambling to piece together rotations, relying on short-term signings and praying that their young stars can hold things together. Without Caitlin Clark, that task has been nearly impossible. And that's why seeing her back on the floor, even in warm-ups, is so crucial. Her return isn't just about points and assists. It's about stability, confidence, and leadership for a roster that has been absolutely battered by injuries. Caitlin Clark's return isn't just another injury update. It's the turning point.
She's there, practicing, working for the world to see. And I like this, man. I like this. I mean, we're that much closer. And to me, I think Caitlin Clark comes back.
The Fever desperately need, and maybe even the WNBA itself. When Clark went down, the team didn't just lose their leading scorer. They lost the heartbeat of their roster. She's the one who brings energy, intensity, and leadership every single night. And her absence left a void that no hardship signing could ever fill. The Fever's season has been defined by chaos, from endless injuries to questionable decisions by the front office. But through it all, fans have kept asking one thing: when will Caitlin be back? And now, we finally have that answer.
We got our best indication yet that Caitlin Clark is on her way back toward a return for the Indiana Fever. That's because she was seen participating in shoot-around before the Minnesota Lynx game. Stephanie White saying she hopes that Clark would return to the lineup before the regular season is out, and that when you see her participating in practice, you will know she's on the way back. First and best sign that we've gotten that Caitlin Clark is indeed working her way to a return and will indeed be back in the lineup was that. And that, it's got to put a smile on anybody's face, given how long she's been out.
Soon. Her shoot-around in Minnesota wasn't just about taking shots. It was about reminding everyone that this team still has fight left in them, and their leader is on her way back. What makes this so powerful is the ripple effect it will have across the league. Opponents game plan differently when Caitlin Clark is on the court. Teammates play with more confidence when she's running the offense. Even fans, both inside the arena and across the country, show up in bigger numbers when she's active. Her presence changes everything.
Breaking news hot off the press. It looked like Caitlin Clark has returned to practice a little bit. Caitlin Clark is participating in shoot-around this morning, going through warm-ups, and then some non-contact drills with the second team. She has not officially returned to practice, I'm told, but this is our first time working with the team since her injury. So this is it right here, guys.
And beyond the Fever, it matters for the WNBA itself. Caitlin Clark has been the face of this season, drawing record-breaking viewership, ticket sales, and merchandise numbers. The league is stronger with her on the court and weaker without her. That's why this return feels bigger than just one player coming back from injury. It feels like a jolt of energy at the perfect time, both for Indiana and for the WNBA as a whole. So while the injury crisis has put the Fever in survival mode, Caitlyn's comeback could shift the entire narrative. Instead of just fighting to stay afloat, they could be fighting for playoff relevance. And Clark's leadership is what makes that possible.
They bring her back to save face.
This isn't just about saving face for the franchise. This is about saving their season.
It was hard being in the back and not being out there for the team. Part of me felt like I was let down. Other half of me was like, I had to. It's been egregious all year. Breaking point. I mean, you guys saw it was clear as day, and I think that when stuff like that goes uncalled, things happen like that happened last time we played Connecticut. And I don't know how you send one of the same refs from that game to ref us tonight and allow something like that to occur. Not to say that she was part of it, but it's still the first time that we played Connecticut this season. There's another ref that was here today that was involved in another altercation there. So I feel like we've been getting the short end of the stick all year. And every time that I've gotten attacked this year has been in support of our players. And I think that if not the most respectful coach to the officiating crew, I don't know who is in the league. And with our record and the amount of losses that we have, never do I come up here and blame the refs for our situation. I take the onus always, but it feels like I'm the only one that does that. There's no accountability on the other side of it, and that's the breaking point, because today would have been another game that just went by where we get calls that make mistakes and nobody has to answer for them. But our players continually have to answer when they don't play well. Our coaches around the league have to continuously answer when they make decisions that don't go their way.
Fever fans, the message is clear. Caitlin Clark is on her way back, and her return could completely change the direction of this season. After weeks of frustration and endless injuries, there's finally light at the end of the tunnel.
Given how many injuries the team has suffered, it feels like light is at the end of the tunnel, at least as far as Caitlin Clark's participation coming up is concerned.
Now I want to hear from you. Are you ready for Caitlin Clark's comeback? Drop a 100% for Caitlin in the comments to show your support. And if you want to stay updated with every breaking development on Caitlin and the Indiana Fever, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the community that always has Caitlin's back. The Fever's injury crisis has been brutal, but with Clark returning, hope is alive again.